Joining us right now is Diana Waterman. She's the chairwoman of the Maryland Republican Party, and we're so happy to have you today after the really heartbreaking and stunning news yesterday from Governor Larry Hogan that he has non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Why don't you first just give us your personal reaction and also really what you think the party's... I don't know. It's just, I'm still emotional about it. It takes me right back to that press conference, Diana. Tell me about your personal reaction, because I know you know the governor very well.
Thanks, Larry and Brian. It's nice to be with you all this morning. I wish it was more positive circumstances. Just like you, I was just completely, totally shocked and taken aback. I had no idea it was coming. It was, totally out of left field. So, yeah, I know the governor pretty well, and my heart just goes out to him and to the family, what they must be going through. And as the governor said, cancer touches everybody. Everybody knows somebody who has either had it or had to deal with it. I am really, I guess I should say relieved, although I don't know if that's quite the right word. There is not a better fighter than Governor Hogan. He certainly showed that last year, that really tough odds are not a problem for him, and I really enjoyed his comment yesterday that he had worse odds, to beat the Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown last year than he does to beat cancer. So I like the odds. They're in our favor. If he could do that, he will most certainly do this.
Let me play that for everyone in case they missed it from yesterday's press conference.
The best news is that my odds of getting through this and beating this are much, much better than the odds I had of beating Anthony Brown to become the 62nd governor of Maryland.
It was a great moment that really broke through the tension in the room there. But why don't we spin off of that that thought there for a moment, Diana Waterman, because I know that you traveled with the governor when he was running last year quite a bit. You saw his tenacity. You saw his energy. Tell me about what you know about his character and how he's going to approach this new challenge.
Oh, he will approach this challenge the same way he has approached every challenge that he has met and risen above in his life. He is one of the most energetic, professionally driven individuals that I have ever had the pleasure to know, and he is not going to let something like this get him down. All of his comments about continuing to work, continuing to run the state of Maryland are completely and totally accurate. I don't see him doing anything else. And I think things that might drag many of the rest of us down are just going to further strengthen his resolve to continue fighting. But on the days that the treatment is just too much for him, we are in exceedingly good hands with the Lieutenant Governor Boyd Rutherford. Governor Hogan definitely picked a fantastic running mate and helpmate in running the government in the Lieutenant Governor. We will be in very sound, capable hands when the governor needs to step back and rest and recuperate and rejuvenate or recharge his battery.
All right, but let me ask you about that. And look, I have real positive thoughts here. And you know what, looking at the history of this particular cancer, it does respond well to chemotherapy. I think there's a good chance he's going to lick this thing, and that's certainly my hope and for the outcome of it. But in the meantime, while he's going through this chemotherapy, his immunity, his immune system is going to be compromised. And that means that he's not going to be able to meet with people. We're talking to people who have been going through this, and they say, look, he'll have to be sort of isolated at times. He won't be able to just go out in public. He won't be able to meet with people. He's going to have to sort of be separated from people at times. How will the government then operate if he is not able to get out of his little room for a while?
Actually, I think that is probably going to be one of the hardest parts about this battle for the governor. He is a people person. I mean, I'm sure you've been at some of the events, especially post-election events,
I certainly
where
have,
he shakes everybody's hand and he's there with everybody. Being removed from the people that he cares so much about is going to be hard. I believe that they will just limit the circle of people that get through to him. I mean, obviously, I'm not a medical professional, so I'm just guessing at what I would think would happen. But they will just be cautious. If you're sick, you won't get in to see the governor. But I'm sure that they can take plenty of precautions. Normal isolation management type things, germ washing your hands, possibly wearing a mask, whatever. He will still be able to conduct the vast majority of the business of the government. And additionally, If push comes to shove with our technology today, you can meet with people without being face to face with them in the same room. There's all kinds of technological ways that he can do this, but they will just have to be careful about it. The problem is he won't be able to be out with the mass groups of people the way he has been in the past.
You mentioned Lieutenant Governor Boyd Rutherford. Can you tell us a little bit? I'm guessing that most Marylanders, even though they've seen him at events and they know that he's our lieutenant governor, they might not know a lot about him. And he is going to play a more prominent role in the executive branch. Can you tell us what you know about him?
Sure. The lieutenant governor was cabinet secretary during Governor Ehrlich's previous administration. He was an officer in the Republican National Committee when Michael Steele, the former lieutenant governor, went to the RNC. He was working there too. He has a very strong background, professional background, very intelligent, on the ball. We will be in great hands with the lieutenant governor. He is a calm and thoughtful individual. I just can't imagine a better choice in having the lieutenant governor step up and fill in for the governor when he has to. He also is, I don't think, he preferred the behind the scenes kind of thing, the second in command, but he is perfectly capable. He is extremely qualified to do whatever tasks the governor asks or requires him to do.
I know you have been in touch with many people who have who've known Governor Hogan, who campaigned alongside him, many people in the Republican Party in the state of Maryland. What has been their reaction?
Pretty much the same reaction that you and I both said that we have had. Everybody is deeply saddened by this news, knowing that you don't want to hear your worst enemy has had this happen to them. Certainly not someone that you care as deeply about as everyone does about Governor Hogan. We are also very optimistic about the prognosis. The recovery rates are very, very good, and everybody knowing what they know about Governor Hogan knows that he will beat this. So we are optimistic for that. Everyone's sad and upset, but we have every confidence in the lieutenant governor as well as Governor Hogan has a fabulous, very, very skilled cabinet. So I am not worried that the governance of our state is going to suffer at all.
All right.
We will all rally around the governor, lieutenant governor, the cabinet secretaries, et cetera, to make sure that everything runs smoothly and continues to show that Maryland is indeed open for business.
Great. Diana Waterman, chairwoman of the Maryland State GOP. By the way, tonight's your big fundraiser, Red, White, and Blue dinner out of BWI featuring Donald Trump. He's going to say something to get us all in trouble, isn't he?
Pardon?
He's going to say something to get everybody in trouble, isn't he? He
does that. He doesn't say anything too outrageous.
Well, have you met the man?
You just have to remember this is Donald Trump.
Yeah, all right.
And, he's prone to, he has a history, I should say. He has a history of saying things that push the envelope or push right through it.
He grabs headlines. Well, you should have a fun time tonight. Enjoy it, Diana Waterman.
That's a good way of putting it, Larry.
There you go.
Grabs headlines.
It'll be entertaining, if nothing else. That's right.
It is. Let's hopefully he doesn't fire anybody tonight.